Hi fam, dear Kenyans, the tribe has to die. The tribe must die. If you look at the space that we are in today, the political space is a very critical space. And we might find ourselves in the same spot if we continue making the same mistakes, if we continue letting the tribe thrive. That's why I say tonight, I say this evening, I say this morning, wherever you're listening me from, that the tribe has to die. I'm not asking you to lose your identity. I'm not asking you to kill a particular tribe. I mean the politics of tribalism. It has to die. Because I know most of you already know who you're going to vote for because you speak the same language, don't you? Because you think coming from the same ethnic group, you can relate with them, don't you? Because they got dimples and you can relate with that. Because they do whatever that your community does and you think that you can relate with that. Let me tell you, it's never too late for you to make the right decision. Remember when someone came with the hustler narrative, and all of us thought that we could relate with the hustlers. Let me remind you, you're not a hustler. Neither are you from the dynasties that they brought the war between the hustlers and dynasties. Little did you know that hustler means someone who is doing illicit businesses and a prostitute. Are you doing either of that? If you're not, then you're not a hustler. Are you from the dynasties? Can you afford 5 meals or 4 meals in a day? Do you travel with choppers and motorcades? You're not doing none of that. So you're just a Kenyan, like me. The only thing that we should be caring about is good healthcare. It's good hospital systems that are working to serve everyone. Is good education system that is affordable and every child in Kenya can afford it. That is the only thing that we should be relating with. And if you're not relating with none of these, who are you? Are you even Kenyan to start with? Because a Kenyan in Mombasa, in Nyeri, in West Pokot, in Turkana, in Kisumu, in Ukambani, in wherever they could be coming from, Taita Taveta, name it. We are all facing the same problems. We all have the same common problems. The only thing that we care about is good hospitals that everyone can be able to afford, or rather get the services whenever needed. So you thinking that you can relate with the hustlers or the dynasties, you must be sick. And SHA cannot help you in this situation. The hustlers proved themselves that they are not worthy of leadership with all the hustler narrative because we identified with the hustler narrative. Then came the tribal, the one that I'm calling to be killed, the tribal politics. They have gotten us, the tribal politics, the suits, let's vote for the suit. It has gotten us into enough troubles already. We've gotten ourselves in we've gotten enough problems already. Unless you're ready, willing to suffer for another 5 years, then let's go for it. But if you're already tired, then we must kill the tribe. The tribe has to die. Let's not identify with these tribes when it comes to politics. I mean, I'm not asking us to lose our identity, lose our culture. No, I'm asking us to kill the politics of identity. Let's identify with someone because they got good merits. Let's identify with someone because they got integrity, because they got good principles, good work ethics. These are the things that we are supposed to identify with, not the politics of identity, not because we got something common, we speak the same language, we come from the same ethnic group. You know, what is the justification of us voting for the same faces we've seen for decades, and we continue making the same mistakes decades after? Does it mean that we are still colonized? And if we are, then we need a total decoloniality where we decolonize ourselves, we liberate our minds from that kind of mentality. It's that time that we kill the tribe. It's that time that we say no to these tokens that they bring about. It's that time we teach our parents that tokens cannot sustain us for another 5 years of hardship. And just look at the way things are right now. I'm not saying there's a better regime, but I'm saying that we can make that better regime that we think of or we dream of. The tribe must die. The tribe must die. And if we are not willing to kill the tribe, then we're going to have all the parties that we have. So many parties that we're going to have. And then most of us will still vote for the same faces. We continue recycling them, and we continue recycling the same problems that we got, because we are not going to solve anything. They are not going to solve. They've been in the government for so long that they don't even know what problems that we are encountering, because their focus is not on changing the problem, it's not on solving any problems, it's on keeping us in that cycle of wanting, needing total control, you can call it. The place where we are today is a place, a critical place. It's an ICU. An ICU suffering for the next a couple of 5 years or something, if we continue to make the same mistakes, if we continue to play the politics of identity. We must kill the tribe. This time round, we have proven ourselves that we don't even need the political class. We have shown ourselves how we can unite, we can consolidate those votes to make the right decisions so that our kids can enjoy a brighter future, more than what we have witnessed in the past and in the present. We thought the Kibaki government was the best because maybe he uplifted the economy from probably the 180 billion to around 800 billion because he provided free education, primary and secondary, because he did a couple of things. But a lot of things were still not right. We still voted according to tribes because we could speak the same language, not because most of the people that we put in place were qualified. What makes you think that these familiar faces are going to bring about change? What lies to you that the familiar faces are going to bring about change? Dear Kenyans, the tribe must die. If we want that change, if we really want the change, the tribe must die. We must stop completely the politics of identity. We don't need to kill the physical tribe, or rather, disassociate ourselves with our culture, with our identity, our true identity. I'm not saying we detach ourselves from our ethnical groups or whatever, but the fact that the people we are going to elect have been the familiar faces with the familiar problems, with the familiar narratives, and then they speak in our languages telling us that I am one of you. Can't you see that you need to vote for me because I understand your problems? You have been understanding these problems for too long. What's taking too long for you to understand that we need a proper hospital system that is working, that we need proper road networks, that we need proper school systems that can benefit the entire country. Let's create jobs for the youth, but instead we send the youth to go abroad so that they can send them dollars back home. The taxes that we pay. What are the benefits of us paying taxes anyway? If we pay taxes and they fatten their pockets, what are the benefits? But I'm not saying that we abscond paying taxes. I'm asking this question as a truly Kenyan, as someone who's proud to be a Kenyan, someone who has his roots deeply rooted. Most people say, oh, you talk like this with a piece of cloth at the back of your wall because you don't understand nothing, but you just talk because talk is cheap. So, dear Kenyans, for us to prosper in politics, for us to change the way the future of our country looks like, for us to make that difference, for us to grow, for us to bring about the true changes, for us to liberate ourselves, the tribe must die. The tribe has to die. Because that's the only thing that the politicians are thriving through. That's the only weapon they have against ourselves. That's the only thing they bring about divide. Haven't you seen with the Kaluma boy and the other things that we have done without the presence of the politicians? Did you see how successful they can be without political manipulation? Haven't you seen, witnessed by yourself? I mean, what other miracles do you want to see so that you can believe that Kenyans can bring about change? It's all about the numbers. So what are you waiting for? Get your votes right. Get your votes right. Let's kill the tribe and let's change our country for better. Let's make that decision. Let's forget about the familiar faces we've been seeing, because these are faces we've been recycling with the same problems. And now they will just be moving from one party to another party, thinking that because they changed the party, they are going to make something different. It's just the same monkeys, different forests. So, dear Kenyans, the tribe must die for us to succeed. The tribe must die for us to experience the decoloniality, the true liberation of our minds. Tribe must die.